Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and this is a 2020 Salomon Huck Knife Pro Wide Snowboard. The Huck Knife Pro Wide, that's kind of a long name for a deck which has a lot of great technology in it. Salomon took the regular Huck Knife, threw some more tech in it, made it a little bit more lightweight, and this is what you get, a lot of a board. It's a freestyle deck for jibbers, jumpers, and all-mountain freestyle riders who are intermediate to advanced level in ability. This is a really good jump and all-mountain freestyle board. Can you jib with it? Yeah, but it's a little bit more rigid, stiff, and it has kind of a lot of poppy properties that would be best riding jumps in all-mountain free ride or freestyle-ish terrain. Now this is a true twin board. It shares the same exact shape as a classic Huck Knife. It's a true twin. The nose and the tail are the exact same shape. It features a centered stance. You can ride it this direction or this direction. It's going to feel the exact same. A great thing about the Huck Knife Pro Wide is the profile shape. It's basically a camber dominant profile called quad camber. There's a little bit of uprise in the contact points, making it a little more catch free. And then you also add in the freestyle edge bevel, that 360 wrap standard steel edge. So it's gonna be quite a bit less catchy, but it's still gonna provide tons of pop and lots of energy because of that overall arcing style camber. Salomon does a unique thing with it. They actually have a more mellow radius in between the feet of that camber for more smooth rides so you don't get bucked out of a turn, but it has a more steep radius on the nose and the tail of that cambered section. The idea behind that is to provide a board shape that when you really press into it, it's gonna pop up quite a bit faster with more energy. And that's a unique thing about the Huck Knife Pro Wide, is that it features a feel and flex rating of a 6, just a little bit stiffer than your average board, but has the energy when you put energy into it, when you really press it out, of a board that's actually much stiffer. And then it's on a really lightweight platform, which is great. So if you have big feet, you want an explosive freestyle deck, and you can afford to do it, this is a really fantastic board. Inside is actually a ghost green style wood core. It's a combination of aspen and some lightweight style paulownia. It's actually been milled out in some sections in a triangle, both on the nose and on the tail. And it's Salomon adds in like this honeycomb style material called Damp Life Light. And the idea behind that is to keep more of the weight in the center of the board to reduce swing weight and help you to spin faster with rotational inertia. Along with that, of course, is going to be extra Tri-X style fiberglass, not extra, but it's going to have Tri-X fiberglass on both the top and the bottom, which gives the board extra boost. And then another thing that provides boost is the Popster Booster Core Profiling. The core profiling is actually just called Popster, which means that underneath each foot, in between the feet, the board is standard thickness with thinner profiling on the medial sides of where your bindings rest, allowing for the board to be pressed with a flex section right here on the instep instead of on the outside where you can fold over the top. The booster section is actually found both in the nose and the tail. You might be able to see it through that kind of translucent style top sheet. It's actually 4 strings of carbon in 3 sections. One right down the center, goes to about the lateral side of where your bindings rest, and then 2 that go from here to the contact points on both edges. The cool thing about that is it makes the nose and tail, again, a little bit more stable, but still provides the ability for the board to be torsionally pliable without having a lot of carbon between the feet. But there is still additional carbon within the sidewall called Gunslinger. It's kind of like Royal Rubber pads on steroids, or like a pro. It's basically a fairly long length style rubber, 4 millimeters thick, that sandwiches carbon on both sides, which is actually pretty cool. The rest is basically a standard ABS style sidewall, but most of it has carbon and a little bit of rubber to help absorb negative vibrations and give the board a touch more energy. The base, of course, is going to be sintered. It's going to ride a lot faster if you keep it waxed up than a classic extruded style base. But if you don't wax it, it may be a little bit slower than extruded. So keep it maintained throughout the season. There's a 360 wrap standard steel edge, again with that freestyle edge bevel, making it a little less catchy. And an EQ rad style side cut, which is kind of unique. I believe Salomon's the only company that does this. There's actually 3 flat sections of an edge, one between the feet, an angled one on the nose, another one on the tail with radio transition zones between them. And the idea behind the EQ Red side cut is that it allows the Huck Knife Pro Wide to have a little bit of tilt to set up for a jump or a jib without you veering off to the right or to the left, actually causing you to track straight, which is generally what you want. This is a great deck. If you have big feet again, you kind of demand the highest performance and technology. The Huck Knife Pro Wide is going to be that great deck for you. Make sure to check it out at the house. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you guys on snow.